Your staffing issues are not my effing problem. That's an email I received February of this year. So at the beginning of this year, I made the choice to move to an email-only customer service system. I thought this system would streamline customer service and help us focus on making better products. It was not a choice I made lightly, but over the years, we've had some characters come through here, and I was kind of tired of you guys being mistreated by them. Not to say all the characters were bad. I mean, Greg, he was with me from the very beginning, semi-retired. He's the guy who got me into precision shooting and taught me pretty much everything I know. And then we have Andrea, who, those of you who remember Andrea, she was epic. I mean, just one of the best human beings I've ever met. Her entire family are just awesome people. And she started having grandkids and wanted to be a grandma instead of talking to us Tikka nuts here. So can't really fault her for that. Others, well, let's just say they didn't fit the standards that we uphold. Our expectations are actually pretty simple. You need to be honest, you need to be reliable, and you need to be respectful. Should be pretty simple, right? And when you run a company that has some of the highest wages in the state of Montana, those expectations aren't just fair, they're necessary to uphold the standard that you expect. As Bozeman grapples with skyrocketing housing costs, it is becoming harder for businesses like ours to find employees who can commit, grow, and contribute to our local economy. At the time, I thought moving to virtual support was the right move. But I started hearing from you guys, our customers, and what I thought was a great solution, you made really clear that it was a big problem, and that hit home. By the end of February, I knew we needed to make a change. I had made a mistake. Luckily, over the last 14 years, we've built an incredible community of Tikka shooters. And I was able to reach out to a lot of you guys, other business owners in our community, and get some great feedback and learn how other businesses have handled this exact same situation. So what you guys reminded me was the gun business is a people business. And by doing everything online, we had taken away that personal connection with you. And I mean, come on, we're gun guys. We go to the gun store just to talk to the guys behind the gun counter and BS about guns. I mean, no agenda. We just love talking. And I had taken that away. So I teamed up with two diehard Tikka fans, Deep and Joel. A lot of you guys have already talked to them. And they're able to work from home, which is really cool. I guess one good thing that came out of the pandemic was that we got this technology that allows us to work remotely and seamlessly. So they've been a huge help. And I know you guys are really going to love talking to them as well because they just love everything Tikka. The next problem I had to solve was fulfillment. I mean, we can make as much product as possible, but if it doesn't get to you quickly and accurately, we have problems. Unfortunately, Amazon's kind of spoiled us on the e-commerce side of things. They're fast and reliable, and we needed to be just as fast and reliable. Unfortunately, our local USPS, UPS, FedEx, they're all just as understaffed as all the other local businesses. And quite honestly, we've only received mail a dozen times in the last 7 months. It's pretty bad. And we were starting to get a lot of complaints from you that product was just sitting at the USPS in Bozeman and it wouldn't go out for weeks at a time. Needless to say, if we can't get you product quickly, you're going to be upset. And if our local shipping options were holding our product back from getting to you, that was a major problem and that had to be solved. So I had multiple friends and business owners leave Bozeman for a lot of these same reasons. And a lot of them ended up in the Midwest. And so I had talked to them kind of trying to figure out, how would they solve this problem? And what I realized is that we were going to need to have a shipping and fulfillment center outside the Bozeman area. So by the middle of March, I started the process of opening up a fulfillment center outside of Menominee Falls in Wisconsin. I had considered moving our entire operation to the Midwest, but moving all of our manufacturing equipment was quite cost prohibitive. However, moving our inventory to Wisconsin is pretty straightforward. And middle of May, we were able to launch that facility, get it going, product shipping out of there. There were a few hiccups, there were a few inventory hiccups as we were transferring between Bozeman and Menominee Falls. However, it's all moving smoothly now, knock on wood. But thank you for your patience as we went through that process. So yesterday we announced our new e-commerce platform, all designed around the improvements that you recommended. And all the improvements that we've made, how we fulfill products, how we handle customer service, is based on your feedback. And so that feedback is really important to us, and we just want to make things better. Our mission is simple. I just want you guys to have an awesome experience from the time you go to mountaintactical.com to when you're firing that first shot with one of our parts installed on your rifle. We want you to be satisfied, we want you to have an awesome experience, and we want you to enjoy your trigger time. So sometimes I will get it wrong, but I will course correct as quickly as possible. And that's one of the cool things about this community. We're able to give feedback, adapt, grow, and just get better. So go make your rifle your own, go get some trigger time, and if you want to dive deeper down the Tikka rabbit hole, watch this video right here.